Good morning! So today I'm really excited because I am going to give myself a hair makeover. So I spend my life, my work, dedicated to working on other people's dreadlocks, and usually that doesn't leave a whole lot of time for myself. So today I am dedicating a day to myself to work on my own hair. And what I'm most excited about is that I get questions all the time about my hair, how I take care of it and maintain it and all that. And I think this video is going to answer a lot of those questions. So I've already taken the liberty of returning my hair to its natural state. So you might notice it's a bit shorter than it usually is. I took out all of the decorations and beads and wraps and all my old extensions. So this is my natural hair. Although I did leave one bead. That's my favorite bead, so we'll leave him there. Anyways, this is my hair in its natural glory. So I've had dreadlocks for over 8 years. You would think they would be longer than this by now, but because they're so thin for my hair texture, and because I bleach them, they typically get to a point where a chunk just breaks off at the bottom. So they kind of stay this length. So I like to add extensions just so I can have long hair. But other than that, today I'm also going to be coloring my hair. So as you can see, I got some real roots growing in. So we're going to take care of that first. And then hopefully Kerin, my coworker, will have some time for me today to help me maintain. I've got a lot of this like loose frizzy hair going on. So separating everything, pulling in all the loose hair, and then I'll add some extensions that I've already pre-made for my hair and do some new decorations and wraps and whatnot. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so first things first, I bleach my roots. Now, I absolutely do not recommend doing this at home. I am a licensed hairstylist and I've been doing it for years, but I'm gonna explain what I'm doing anyway. So I like to use Paul Mitchell dual purpose lightener with 20 volume. I don't think there's ever a reason to go higher than 20 volume on your roots. I apply really generously. That's one of the differences between dreadlocks and regular hair, is that you're gonna end up using a lot more product in order to try to work it through and saturate it. Because dreadlocks are grouped together so tightly, it's almost impossible to saturate evenly. So you have to use a lot more product to work it through. Sometimes I sort of mush it through with my fingers. I really try not to overlap too much on my previously bleached hair, which is why I tend to wait so long between doing root retouches. It's inevitable that it's going to overlap a little bit, but I do the best I can not to minimize the damage to my dreadlocks. It takes me about 20 minutes or so to apply, and then I'll sort of go back through and just double check that I got everything. And then I'm really only going to lift to like a yellow color. So that's another thing that I really believe strongly with bleach, is that it's better to lift less and tone more afterwards rather than to lift lighter trying to achieve a lighter hair color and not have to tone. You're gonna do way more damage to your hair by lifting it a lot lighter. So plan to only lift to like a big bird yellow or a slim shady yellow is what I like to call it. And then I'm gonna have that second step of toning it to try to neutralize those yellow tones. Another of the major things to watch out for when coloring dreadlocks is that you need to rinse really, really, really well. So again, because your hair is grouped together, you don't want any residue, especially left from like a chemical type of color, behind in the dreadlocks, because it's gonna deteriorate the inside of your dreadlocks. So usually I will wash my hair 2, 3, 4 times, shampoo, rinse, shampoo, rinse, shampoo, rinse, in order to make sure that I've got all of that, especially the lightener, out of my dreadlocks. After rinsing, I'm drying it about halfway. It doesn't have to be perfectly dry to tone it, but I do try to get a lot of the moisture out of it so it's not dripping wet anymore. And now it's time to tone. So for a toner, it's taken me years to perfect my perfect toner personally, and I like Paul Mitchell. An even ratio of 7PN, 8PN, 9P, and UTA with 5 volume developer. This honestly gives me like a lighter version of what my natural hair color is when I first tone it. It's a little bit on the dark side. I like to have a darker root anyways, and then typically as my natural hair grows in and it's dark at the root anyways, the toner sort of fades out back to that like platinum color. So I tend to always look like I have a little bit of root. So I apply the toner same way as I did with the lightener, and I usually let that process for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then once again, I'm gonna rinse, 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 shampoo, rinse, shampoo, rinse, shampoo, rinse, and really make sure I've gotten everything out of my hair. Okay, so roots are done. I came over to the window to show you guys in the natural lighting. I'm almost dry, not completely. But as you can see, I'm not Slim Shady anymore. The roots are still dark, sort of like my natural, but much more toned down and kind of ashy. Total color process took maybe 3 hours total. Most of that was just rinsing, to be honest. Anyways, color is done, so now I'm gonna head to the salon and meet up with Kerin, and she's gonna help me maintain my roots while I work on putting in some extensions. Alright, getting started on the maintenance. Hi, Kerin. This is like my dream hair. I know that it's excessive, but I like it. So it's been a long day. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Kerin for tidying up my roots for me. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna wrap up this video, so I will see you guys on the next one.